You know, I was of course monitoring the stuff that's going on around the world. Is the GOP, the elections, and that's the United States. That's a war theater now, right? You got Clinton, Hillary, not Bill, and you got Trump, the dumb Trump, right? Yeah, I'm showing my preferences. I'm not a big fan of Hillary Clinton, okay? She is simply, in contrast, a better choice. And let me explain to why. If you don't know, if you haven't taken much interest, let me picture briefly what Trump is all about. So, first of all, there is this, and Americans actually do believe that shit. There is this idea that they have that Donald Trump is a good businessman. Duh! Like, fuck no. You can check it out. I'm not pushing any bullshit on you. This guy failed, like humongously, 13 times. He basically caused bankruptcies, made people lose fortunes, their life savings. I can tell you about his investments, his trials, and he failed, like, enormously, shamefully, right? And nobody wants to admit it. That sucks pretty much, because it's out in the open, it's documented. But he's been sued like a billion and 3 million and 35 times. Of course, for money, because people lost money, because people lost their lives because of him. So, shit, no, he's not a good businessman, okay? He's a failure. Like, he basically failed more than became successful in his doings, in his schemes when it comes to business. So this is number one. That doesn't really touch upon politics much, right? Well, convictions, that's another thing. So let's talk about his beliefs. Maybe you've seen him in action, like when he's speaking. It's actually pretty hilarious. It's like a stand-up comedy, but gone bad. Well, still something to laugh about. And the way he speaks is like this, right? You barely don't, you see the slits of his eyes and the slit of his face, in the middle of his face, that's his mouth, right? He's got 3 slits. And he says that everything is huge. Everything's huge. Because he's like, huge. I mean, not like physically huge, but he's a super duper guy. Then that's what he says with his funny face, like 3 slits in the middle of his face. Of course, you do probably, you've seen the pictures. You know the toupee, the wig, messed up hair, and that's funny. He looks ridiculous. But the most important is what he says, and it's pretty outright, out of this world. First of all, he's paradoxical. He counters his own, statements in every other interview or speech that he carries out. This is a walking paradox. This guy doesn't know you don't know what he's gonna say next, because you never know what he's gonna come up with. But basically, still very often repeated, so we can believe that that's his stand, is actually racism. He's prejudiced as fuck. Like you heard about this idea of building a wall to segregate, to separate the Mexicans and Americans, so that there are no more illegal immigrants. This dude did not go to class on I don't know, history, economics, whatever. Yeah, most of this country, believe it or not, is made up of Hispanics. They actually are the majority. There is no white majority in America, if you didn't notice. So, news for you, newsflash. Yeah, there are fewer white guys than any other colored people. And he basically kind of doesn't like them much. Well, there you go. Shit. That means he doesn't like most of his fellow Americans, his citizens who he wants to govern. Well, what's gonna kill him? I don't know. Put them into prison, in camps, build walls around them. That smells of ghettos, right? That sucks. This is a freakish idea. When you think of America, which is basically a mix, a fucking melting pot of cultures and ethnicities. It's like, it's the greatest multi-ethnic country in the world. Then the mini scope is London. You kind of multiply it by how many? 2,500, yeah? And there you go, that's America. Is my maths good? I don't know. So there are quite a billion people in America, right? And most of them are not white, and he doesn't like them. So that's one thing. Now, and this is interesting, I will kind of quote or paraphrase what Michelle Obama has just said in her conventional speech, because there were those two conventions, the Republicans, the Democrats, and the ladies, the current First Lady, Michelle Obama, and then on the other hand, what the hell, Melania, yeah, that's a very originally American name. Melania Trump spoke as well. And I really enjoyed the maturity and the verbal confidence and just readiness to be a presenter rather than a clown. I mean, don't want to offend anybody, but a copycat. And Michelle Obama did a good thing. I mean, she did a good job. She was well prepared. That was fine. That was a good presentation, the public speech, right? And she said, you have to consider who you want to give those access codes and the power over the button when it comes to the use of nuclear power. And that's it. When you look at Donald Trump, fuck, this guy's at least unpredictable, okay? Bear with me. I don't want to call him outright crazy, I don't know, biased as fuck or whatever, but at least he's unpredictable. When you think of his history of bad investments, well, that tells you something. He is not responsible. And if he's not responsible with money, why would he be responsible with the bombs, the A-bombs, superpower, shit. And then, not like in Poland, exactly, because it's on paper. In America, yeah, literally, president is the boss, of the army. So, yeah, he's got the power. So you get those two, nuclear power, the army, you get strange ideas, you want to fuck around with people all over the world or not, I don't know. Because you still don't know, you're not sure. Melania Trump says that he will be a perfect president because he's gonna be the president for everybody. She actually mentioned minorities, or you should say majorities in this case, as I've proven it to you. I don't know what's going on. Yeah. So goodbye, Obama. That's for sure. Welcome who? I don't know. I really don't want to see Trump in office, because when you think of whatever may happen, it will hit the economy. That's what happens. I told you, money equals power. And when he starts to do shit, like Peace is doing a lot of shit in terms of economy, right? In Poland, that's bad for economy. So we've already got depressing news when it comes to our economy's rating, the strength, or let's put it differently, the weakness of our Polish zloty, right? Our currency sucks like hell. I don't know if it's ever been as bad as that is. And it's getting worse, right? So if you get that, and you got the second or the first ex aequo most influential country in the world, namely there's China, right? Russia. Sorry, Putin, not anymore. You're the scare bear, you got a lot of army and whatever. Well, in terms of money and resources and economy, well, you suck hell. So there is China and there is America, still perceived as the dominant, right? So the number one power, superpower, both in terms of military and economy. And when one person, namely the president, has the power to fuck around with that, there you go. Miniscope, Poland, you got government who do a lot of crazy things, not knowing, basically, from what I've seen, what I've been watching, they don't know anything about the economy. They have no idea what consequences shit has, right? And then you take this country, one of the biggest countries in the world, and the strongest economy in the world, and the risk of, goofing that up, shit, It all comes together. Like, you have to believe one thing. It's a system. It's all connected. And it doesn't go like that, that in one place in the world, there can be a huge fucking kaboom, and there are going to be no repercussions, like here in Europe, in Poland, in our country, in my backyard. And that's the wrapping up conclusion I wanted to make, right? So that's the brief on the news, on the shit and stuff, the good stuff and the bad stuff that's going on.
Yo guys, so thanks very much for watching. We're gonna be finishing for today. So I hope you enjoyed it. If yes, give it a thumbs up. Don't forget to subscribe to the channel. And well, I hope I'm gonna get you quite soon. So peace out. And oh yeah. Who's the man?